2026 garden improvement video. You can see this year we added on where the picket fence is there that was made out of old pallets. That's where the garden used to end, the fenced in part. And these boxes here, the potatoes are in, that's where I used to grow the pumpkins. But since they weren't performing too well the last few years, I decided to put potatoes in them. And I actually rebuilt the old broken cement blocks with new free wall stones I got off of Craigslist. And we fenced this area in to protect it from the deer and groundhogs also. So we got the wire fence the whole way around this corner now, and all the original wood fence is out. And back here is where Matt was digging out. We've been working the last 4 or 5 years to prevent erosion. We've been filling in this eroded creek bank with stones and rocks and busted concrete and stuff. And it's growing in real nice down there, you can see. And also you can see where he dug that nice straight line. There was vegetation and mud growing in there. It made the creek real narrow, so he widened it all out for me. And this morning, Matt actually went face to face with a black mink here this morning. The mink was digging around in the bank here, and they came face to face. Hey, this is a new little bit of an overflow wood shed I made out of some pallets, because luckily I got a lot of firewood this year, so trying to get ahead of the game, I put down some blocks and put some pallets together and made an overflow shed. This new big square box here is due this spring. That is all cabbage. And we got some cabbage at the greenhouse, and we got about 6 cabbage that Patty grew from seed in our little greenhouse, and they worked out really well. We've already got 4 heads out of there. We made sauerkraut with it. Okay, these are some more upgrades we did this year. Just have a little bit more room. Anything that can hold dirt, I bought 5 tons of compost this spring, and anything that can hold dirt got planted in. We got these old 5-gallon water jugs off somebody, planted tomatoes in them. As you can see, they're doing really well. This old utility sink, this slop sink from the basement made out of fiberglass, instead of throwing it out, I filled it up with compost and potatoes growing in there. These are grow bags from Amazon. They're like a felt grow bag. They work really well. You could use it for anything. That old brass bed frame made it into a planter, and we just harvested about 100 carrots out of there. And I replanted. We have some more carrots we just seeded a couple days ago. This is the cabbage. This is my first year protecting it with this netting, which has worked beautifully. It's kept the white moths off there, and the white moths are the ones that create the cabbage worms that eat the holes in it. And as you can see, I have nice cabbage with no holes in it. Over here, like I said, everything we could find to put dirt in got planted in. Old tubs and stuff like that. This, I had a little greenhouse, a little nylon greenhouse over top of it, but I didn't get it covered in time with this netting. And as you can see, we have these are the holes that the cabbage, the white moss and the cabbage worms, that's the damage they do to the cabbage. Okay, this little section was also, I was able to raise this up and fill it in because I had enough of these leftover paving stones that I got. And put compost in here, and we have bush beans planted here, cucumbers, some peppers down there, and in this middle spot here I put potatoes in. I tried the potatoes in here this year, and back in this last row I was also able to get more planting done back here because I built up the wall on the outside there with these leftover stones, and I kept the compost from falling through the fence. And I took a piece of landscaping cloth and I burned about 100 holes in it with the heat gun and put onions in there, little bulb onions from the store, and they're growing. Everything seems okay back here. I got some onions here that have completely bent in half and fallen over. When they pinch themselves in half like this, they're done. They're ready to come out. They're almost falling out of the ground. So I'm going to pull these few here that are bent, falling over. These are still standing strong, as you can see. That got a little bit longer to go. This one, actually, it isn't rotten yet. It's still good and firm, but it needed to come out, so we got it out. Okay, back here we have an old Rubbermaid tub that had a crack in it. So about 6-7 years ago, I threw some compost in there, and just to see if anything would grow, and this produced better than anything around. I've actually had butternut squash and spaghetti squash grow the whole way up to the front of my garden, like 20 feet from this little bin. And once again, it's doing really good. We got zucchini in here this year. And it's already produced some zucchini. Okay, these are a couple of our first raised gardens. This is where Patty grew her garlic, but she got a blight in the soil a couple years ago. It's called, it produces garlic white rot, and it's something that can stay in the ground for years. So we took garlic out of here. It'll grow other things that are not affected them, just things that a Brachiolus family get affected by it. I don't know why. But she grew onions in here, just got a beautiful onion harvest out of here, and she's got carrots planted in here now. And back here we have a new addition. We took a piece of gutter and we made a planter out of a branch off a tree, and Patty just planted lettuce in it, so it's kind of a new idea thing. Okay, this is kind of where she plants all her beautiful lettuces and beans and carrots, sunflowers. She's got a lot of pollinators in here. You can see the bees coming, all these different pollinators. She's got bee balm and I can't remember the name of the other plants right now. But it's great for pollinators and many different things here. Okay, this is one of the original raised tables. I built this from lumber I harvested during the first year of COVID. They were tearing an old house down in Pittsburgh and Mount Washington. They were tearing board down by time, so I built this out of old reclaimed boards. This is beautiful. We get, she plants 4 or 5 different kinds of lettuce here. We have lettuce and fresh salads here almost every day. This is a greenhouse I built late this spring out of some old pallets and covered with plastic, and it did really well. We grew about half our tomatoes from seed in here and a bunch of other basil. She has some other things going in here, some zucchini. So it really worked out well. Landscaped area. Matt helped me. We power washed and cleaned up and reset the bird bath and made it into a water fountain with a solar water fountain. The concrete bear and the Bigfoot I get from my friend's business. He sells statues. Back there, leaning against a tree, is a really old fossil, if you can lean in on it. Remember what that was called, Matt?
Binary mollusk.
Yeah, mollusk. This is a method of stacking firewood. I believe it came from the Netherlands, up in Finland, Norway, and all that stuff. But basically you stack the wood up in a circle and it's completely full. And the wood supports itself, they don't fall over, but it also has a natural chimney effect where that mass of wood gets hot during the day. Then at night, when the heat starts rising, the heat comes out of the wood pile, it pulls fresh air in across in through all the cracks at the bottom, and it naturally dries the wood out faster, and it's made to wick the water away from it. It works really well. I've done these for about 8 years now. This is some of our gardening equipment. I have the chipper chopper machine that was gifted to me. I got it running, had to fix the motor. We got a 1959 Gravely back there we do all kind of things with. We have a new to me what is it? Troy-Bilt. Got a Troy-Bilt Pony rear tine tiller, which works really good. And we have my old 1986 John Deere that I got for like $300 a couple years ago.